The Bundoran Weekly is brought to you by AIB, supporting local businesses in Bundoran. For more, see aib.ie.
Hi everyone, it's Shane Smyth, Bundoran Tourism Officer. It is Friday the 9th of December 2022 and I'm here with you for the Bundoran Weekly Podcast. It is episode 211. Podcast that talks about everything Bundoran. A little bit later on, I'm going to be joined by Seamus and Lorraine Smyth. They run the BMS Warehouse Gym in the retail park, and they've had considerable success over the past couple of months with various competitions, international and everything that they've been doing, and also the expansion of their gym earlier on this year as well. So we'll be chatting to them all about that in a few minutes' time. Teresa O'Neill will be with us as well from Bundoran Community Centre in our community corner, and she'll be letting us know what is going on there as well. So we've lots to come, and we are counting down to Christmas. Town is looking great, thanks again to all of the businesses who are supporting the Christmas lights campaign, and we've got a nice tree up, we've got some nice lights up right around the town as well, and hopefully that you're in Bundoran and you are in the Christmas spirit. DiscoverBundoran.com/Christmas is where you can go to find everything that is happening, and we're adding to that as we get more events on. But just announced this week is the annual Christmas quiz, which is happening as usual in the Chase and Bull, December 23rd. It's in aid of Osnam House, St Vincent de Paul. Big night on the calendar over Christmas, and we've missed it over the past couple of years. So the last one that was held was in 2019, so certainly expecting a big crowd on the 23rd of December, and that is just one of the details that you'll find on our Christmas page, discoverbundoran.com/Christmas. As I said, we're updating that as we get more information in with various events, and we will be keeping that up to date right up to Christmas as well. Let's start with music for this weekend. In the Allingham at Social, dancing with Andy Feary tonight. Kieran Mackery there also tonight. Sinead McLaughlin from 9:15 to 11:15 tomorrow, and Robert Mizell and the Country Kings in the Ballroom. Santa Sunday at lunch this Sunday, with the big man himself making a special guest appearance at lunchtime, and Trevor Lockery from 7:30 until 9:30 this coming Sunday evening, all at the Allingham. Next door to the Bird's Nest, and it's Francie Smith tomorrow night. Sunday it's music with Friends and Modern Country Moves. It's the final week of that, and that is happening next Wednesday, and they've got some diving lessons for you there next Wednesday the 14th of December, week 4, the fourth and final week of Modern Country Moves there at the Bird's Nest. Gary Doherty tonight, you'll find him at the Chase and Bull, and tomorrow night music with the Fabulous Franks. Cian O'Donnell tonight from 9 at George's Bar, usual trad session from 4 to 6 this coming Sunday. Big news at the Phoenix Tavern as the Dome nightclub reopens this Saturday night with free admission, and looking ahead to Teen Dome. That happens on the 22nd of December. Meanwhile, there's live music and lots more happening at the Phoenix right across this weekend as well. Kenny Crawford tomorrow night at the Railway Bar, live music at 51 Main Street. Paris is open this Saturday night as well. More information on our website, discoverbundoran.com/events, where you can find music and more, what is happening in and around Bundoran over the coming week, and indeed right up until the end of the year and into 2023. Now, cinema. New out this week is Roald Dahl's Matilda the Musical. Missed it Monday. It's a good one. It's Gremlins. The original Gremlins from, I'm going to say, 1985. I could be wrong on that, but anyway, the original Gremlins. If you've never seen it on the big screen, it's certainly an opportunity to go see it, and it's cheaper as well because it's Missed It Monday, so that's at the Eclipse Cinemas this Monday night. There's lots of Christmas movies being screened as well, including Polar Express, Home Alone, and Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, The Grinch, the 1994 version of Miracle on 34th Street, and there is a sensory screening of the movie Strange World. That is happening tomorrow morning, Saturday at 11:45 a.m. So that sensory screening, just one of the great services provided by our friends at Eclipse Cinemas. You can find the full schedule on their app, or indeed at eclipsecinemas.com, or indeed on our website, discoverbundoran.com as well. If you are still searching for that perfect Christmas gift, then the Atlantic Apart Hotel this Saturday and Sunday is the place to be. It's the Christmas craft fair and craft market happens. There's a visit from Santa, lots of Christmas festivities and lots of great gift ideas right across the weekend. So the Atlantic Apart Hotel this Saturday and Sunday, it's the 10th and 11th of December. for the Christmas market, and that is part of the Handmade in Bundoran fair that normally happens once a month as well. So a big couple of days there at the Atlantic on this Saturday and Sunday. And the Panto is back in Ballyshannon. This is where I should say, oh no it isn't, oh yes it is, but anyway. Okay, all right. The Abbey Arts Centre, it's happening from tomorrow night until the 17th, and it is the Cinderella Panto, and tickets are on sale now via the Abbey Arts Centre website. So it's happening from tomorrow the 10th until the 17th of December. So we wish everybody involved in that production all the very best of luck. You're listening to the Bundoran Weekly with thanks to AIB.ie, supporting local businesses right here in Bundoran and Ballyshannon, and you can stay with us because we're going to be talking to Seamus and Lorraine Smyth of the BMS Warehouse Gym very shortly, and Teresa O'Neill is going to be with us in our Bundoran Community Corner from Bundoran Community Centre. It's all on the way.
The Bundoran Weekly.
I'm Shane Smyth, Bundoran Tourism Officer, and it is the Bundoran Weekly with thanks to AIB.ie, supporting local businesses in Bundoran and Ballyshannon. Still to come, Teresa O'Neill is going to be with us in our Bundoran Community Corner to let us know what events are happening in and around Bundoran Community Centre. Meanwhile, I sat down during the week and had a chat to Seamus and Lorraine Smyth, who run the BMS Warehouse Gym, and they are located in Bundoran Retail Park. They've had some great success in the past couple of months with various competitions that they've taken part in, not least the fact that they have expanded the gym into 2 massive units at Bundoran Retail Park. Had a chat with them during the week, and this is how it went.
So we're here in the BMS Warehouse Gym, and it's been a while since I had Lorraine on the podcast, and it's been a big year for the gym, competition wise and success wise, and not least the fact that we're sitting in a double the size facility, and Lorraine and Seamus, who both run the gym, are with me here, and both of them are fighting over who to talk to me first. But anyway, tell me, this facility is just, it's fantastic, and probably not one you might expect to see in a small town like Bundoran.
Yeah, that's right, Shane. We've expanded during lockdown. We actually knocked the wall through between the 2 units, and just took a gamble. We wanted to bring something extra to the way people train with us. We've got a functional fitness area now with a lot of large AstroTurf and a lot of new equipment, as you can see, and it's just brought another dimension to our training, especially for our group sessions, you know. So yeah, very, very happy it's off the ground.
Was there a demand for it, or
at the time? No, and it was as I said, it was a gamble. There was a few things that we had in our plan for the future, and one of them was to attract a lot more different clientele, so we could be a gym for everybody, and that's part of our mission, is to provide a one-stop community hub for sustainable well-being. So, you know, if we want to attract everybody in here, we have to supply as much different kind of training methods as we can. And the functional fitness is a really great way for everybody to get access to improving themselves, improving their health, their well-being.
Talk to me about what we have in front of us. Obviously, you've got all the normal gym equipment, but is that a running track you've got in the middle there?
Yeah, it's nice and blue, isn't it?
Yeah.
People thought we were putting a swimming pool in here when we had our curtains up on the windows. That's our AstroTurf area, and as you can see, we have 5 lanes there. So we do a lot of classes and stuff out there, and it just gives people a nice area to do functional exercises, whether it be lunges or sled pushes or anything like that. They've got a nice big area there, and then we can wheel bikes and stuff out there, and do our spin classes as well. So yeah, it's
I suppose one of the things that people think when they join a gym as well is that, oh well, there's not going to be enough machines, and I'm not going to get on the one I want when I want to do it, and I only have like an hour or whatever. But I really can't see that being the case here.
No, even during peak times, you know, every gym has their peak hours from 5 o'clock to about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. And then, of course, the morning crew come in as well. There's plenty of places to get squatting. There's 15 squat racks. There's a lot of different equipment. So you've got 5 of most of the machines you see here. So there's never an issue with getting access to equipment. I think that most people have an issue with what am I going to use first.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the early morning. That's I'm not a morning person, but how Are you finding a lot of people are coming in on that?
Absolutely.
Early morning
Yeah,
sessions?
we've got the 6 a.m. crew here, a couple of local legends. We've got, and we've got a couple of the guys who work up the main street and that. So it's familiar faces coming in, and they talk to each other, and it's a nice little community buzz going on, and they all say hello to each other, and they talk the world's problems in and out, and get on with their exercise, and then head off about their day. So there's a few regulars in there, the 6 a.m. crew, and then we've got the regulars that come in the evenings as well after work. And it seems to be a great place to hang out and just talk about how your day's been and this and that.
It sounds like, and you've mentioned the word a couple of times, real community here, and I suppose that one of the things then turned to you, Lorraine, that brought the community together was you brought a lot of the community away to Amsterdam a couple of weeks ago now at this point, and this was the High Rocks Challenge. So tell me a little bit about that and how that went.
Yeah, that was really, really good.
What is it, first of all?
So High Rocks is a fitness race, and High Rocks' approach is a fitness race for everybody. So basically anyone of any ability can get into a High Rocks, compete a High Rocks. It's about time and beating your own time every time you go. So we've got the legend Seamus Smyth here, who's been to the World Championships and is heading again this year towards to the World Championships again in May. He's qualified again this year. So every time Seamus goes back, it's about beating his last time. So we train everyone here in a group setting. So it is like a team. It's like a football team. Everyone's in it together. We brought a team to Amsterdam, and although they all competed individually, we were very, very much a team over there.
Sure.
I don't know if you caught our Instagram that day.
I did see some of it, yeah.
It was vocal, some of it, wasn't it? It was. Yeah. It was. But that was.
I think half the town stopped to watch that.
It was, and it was brilliant, and it was everyone running around that massive arena that we were in, supporting, looking at people's times, finding out who's where, who needs that little bit of a push, who's on their sleds, who needs help, who needs a good scream, and I've never seen community like it. It was
a really, really good bunch of people to go anywhere with, and such an amount of high achievers in that group as well. A lot of
them did really well.
They did, yeah. We like the likes.
And
of
this was people from all over the world as well that was competing in this.
That's correct. They're up against the best of the best, and we've had a lot of podiums there as well. So the likes of Donica, he's in the 60 years plus age category. He got a second place on his as well. So just missed out on a World Championship qualification, but. He's going back again, and we're heading for Manchester in January, and then we have another group for Glasgow a month after that. So hopefully Donica will get his place this year.
I was looking at a lot of the
few others
Instagram stories at the time. They were like, "Oh my God, this is the hardest thing I've done," but I can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We gave them a little while, didn't we? Afterwards, we knew that the reaction was going to be a little bit. I'm never doing that again, but I think the very next day people were starting to come back online and say that they were booking this, that and the other. And we've actually got a wait list now for Manchester.
Wow.
Manchester booked out quite quickly. We've got, I think, 24 of us going at the moment, and there's 12 on a wait list there. So Glasgow's close to being booked out as well. And we've got a few people heading for Malaga, and there's another one then in London, the double day in London back in April as well. So yeah, they book out quite quickly, but everybody's on board, and they can see that they're getting better and better and better, and it's really changing the way they train. They've got purpose now, and it's really good to watch.
And it's not just a thing that you're bringing people in just to train for a specific thing. It's going on all year round, because there's all these events are going on all year round.
That's right. Well. Yeah. So it's sort of like a football season, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
So our off season would be during the summer months, so it's ideal for people going away on holidays. So we'll have the World Championships in May, and then we'll have a few weeks off, and we'll come back into work again a few weeks after that, and we'll build up towards the season starts in September. So it's a nice thing to do. These events are all indoors, so it's a nice thing to do during the winter months. and it's an excuse to travel to cities around the world as well. So it's great to get away for a break.
Absolutely. And Lorraine, you've been fairly successful yourself in, what is it, PCA championships?
Yeah, so I ended up primarily going with the PCA Federation. There are lots of different federations when it comes to bodybuilding, but I went with PCA up in Derry, and that was the one that gave me my invitation to go to the PCA British Finals.
So just give us a quick rundown of what that actually is.
It started off with, I did a show in Cork. I did
a bodybuilding show,
a bodybuilding show in Cork. Yeah, so bikini, the smallest category there is, but I came third in 2 categories there, which surprised me. So I said I'd do another show, which was the PCA show was the next one that was in Derry in May, and up there I got an invitation to the British Finals, which then gave me purpose to carry on and see how I would do. So basically, so I took probably about 4 or 5 months off, trained very hard, ate a lot more food, practiced my posing a little bit more, and came back and started to work towards the British Finals. I went over, competed in the British Finals, but prior to that, we said there was a show in Galway that we said we'd do as a little bit of a warm-up, and went to Galway, rocked up at the show, not feeling the greatest that day, but came out with a gold medal.
Wow.
So came first.
Fantastic.
So was delighted with that. So that gave me great confidence going to the British Finals. The British Finals was huge. There must have been at least 20 other girls on the stage in phenomenal shape. So just to be there was amazing. Seamus couldn't be with me that day because he was doing high rocks down in London, but the two of us we got on and did our thing anyway, so didn't place there, but great experience. Wasn't quite ready to finish. There was one more show in Derry,
one more push,
and I said I'll go again, so I went back up to Derry, came out with first place again. Delighted with that, and then that first place gave me a qualification for the World Championships with PCA, and then we said sure, we've come this far, we may as well go. So I went on over again.
That was where?
It was in Birmingham, in Birmingham Town Hall.
But it was all world. It was the world.
Yeah. So there was people competing from 30 different countries.
Wow.
Yeah, so there was some big teams there. Egypt had a big team, Spain had a big team, obviously Great Britain had a big team. There was a girl who travelled from Australia. There was people over from the States. They'd come from all over to compete in that. Again, huge competition, the best of the best there. There was I stand on the stage beside girls who I watched on YouTube.
Oh right, okay, right.
And
fangirling going on.
Yeah. So I was just like, oh my god. But it was brilliant. It was great experience, and a great finale to the end of the year. But I've shifted my attention and my focus now to doing high rocks next year. So myself and Patrick did high rocks doubles, just to get in and do one whilst I was doing the whole bodybuilding thing. It was very, very difficult to try and train for high rocks and do that at the same time.
And that was picture of the year, wasn't it? Patrick's picture from high rocks.
Yeah.
So they take professional photographs for you,
right.
And you can obviously purchase them at the end of the race. But one that really stands out here is the picture of Patrick when he was doing the walking lunges with the sandbag on his back and the intensity on his face, and it just was the essence of the whole race, you know. And we always talk about that now, don't we?
Yeah. So that was the finale to the year, and now the focus will shift now to doing high rocks next year. So I've signed up for Manchester, Glasgow. My pro debut will be London, and myself and Seamus are going to do the doubles, which the whole world will watch.
Wow.
We're in Malaga.
That
so
will test any relationship.
It will.
But I've had very good advice from somebody. So
we're looking forward to it. Next year, early next year should be an exciting year.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Excellent. That sounds like a hell of a plan you've both got sort of laid out for 2023 so far, yeah?
Yes, and everybody hopefully is on board with us as well. So like the main reason we do these things is to try and inspire others to be able to see that ordinary people can access this stuff. Like we didn't fall out of the personal trainer tree ourselves. We've been on a journey, and I think it's possible for anybody to come in that door and train for something and do fairly well at it too, you know.
We can't finish our conversation without mentioning the legend Damien McNamara.
Mr. McNamara. That's right.
The journey that he's been on, and it's an incredible story.
Absolutely.
I've known Damien for a long time, and I've worked with Damien in the past, and the dedication, and like he didn't put a foot wrong. everything that Patrick asked of him, he did. He came in, he did every session, he ate the food, he drank the water, he did the steps, he got the sleep, he did absolutely everything. Damien was just, and any wonder he did so well, you know, when he put the dedication that he put into it, you know.
They were a great team. Patrick and Damien worked very well together. Like, it's been a 10-year journey for that guy.
Yeah.
And we opened in
Because it is not an overnight thing.
It's not overnight, no. And he proved a lot of skeptics wrong, and I think it's he should be congratulated in that regard. The day he stood on that stage was a very proud moment for himself, obviously, but for us as well, because he was one of our first customers that came through that door, and he stuck with us through the pandemic, and he helped keep this dream alive as well. So one of our dedicated customers, and very, very happy to see him succeed. And he's back at it again, and Patrick's taking him through his paces again, and hopefully we'll see more from him.
I'm sure, absolutely. 2023 will be another big year for him. Doing a little plug now while you're here for the gym.
One thing I'd like to say before we do give the gym a big plug is a big, massive thank you to all of those members, past, present, and in the future. But the people who did stick by us during the pandemic, we'd never have got through without them. So big thank you. Everyone knows who they were on the old iPad, jumping in front of the screen there for so long. So big thank you to them. Seamus, you can do the plug.
Well, I'm going to thank our staff as well. I think we wouldn't be who we are without the guys who work for us. We've got a really highly motivating team here, and they're all on board for the same reasons as us. They want to make change in the community, and they want to bring positivity back around the area and show people they can do whatever they want to do. So just thanks to the staff, and the plug, I suppose, anybody who's ever been thinking about improving their fitness or just changing their lifestyle a little bit, we're non-intimidating. It's not an unpleasant place to come to. If you're thinking about coming to train in a gym, just come in the door, have a chat with the staff, and we'll be happy to get you moving. Because
it's so big in here, you can literally hide on the machine and nobody will be able to see you anyway.
That's right, yeah. Everybody's doing their own thing in here, and nobody really cares what anybody else is doing.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Brilliant. Well, listen, guys, continued success with BMS and success for 23, and High Rocks and all that your endeavours will bring.
Thanks
for
very
joining
much.
us.
Thanks so much, Shane. Thanks a million.
The Bundoran Weekly.
Thank you, guys, and continued success to you both at the BMS Warehouse Gym. Let's move now to Bundoran Community Centre, and in our community corner, here's Teresa.
Thanks, Shane. The Youth Hangout is on every Wednesday from 4:15 to 5:45. This is a place for ages from 12 to 17, looking for a safe place to hang out with friends, to play games and have hot chocolate. The baby and toddler group is on every Friday in the Rogie Suite from 2 p.m. to 3:30. Parents, grandparents, carers and guardians are all welcome. Donations of €5 with tea, coffee and biscuits. We have hot desks available here in our Co-work Plus. With Connected Hubs you can get 3 free days. Check out www.connectedhubs.ie. Our co-work is open from 9 to 5 and you can call in and have a tour around. As always, if you have any questions or need printing, scanning or photocopying, we are open Monday to Friday for these needs, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Or you can email bundorancommunitycentre@gmail.com or call 071 9829
Thanks, Teresa. We will chat to you again next week. We are drawing ever closer to the end of the year, and very soon we are going to be talking to Canis Nicholas about the Bundoran 10, and that is the event which started up this year and is continuing into next year. There's a 5k now as well added to that. Bundoran10.com is where you can go to register and get your place for the first weekend in March, but we'll have more details with Canis over the coming weeks here on the Bundoran Weekly podcast. That is going to do it. Don't forget you can contact us at podcast@bundoranweekly.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter at Bundoran Weekly, and follow us wherever you're listening now, or indeed stream and download all episodes on demand at bundoranweekly.com. We're also available on YouTube. Thanks as always to Mark Egan and his team at Songs of Earn for the use of our signature tune, which is called The Man from Bundoran, which you can hear playing underneath right now as we say goodbye. Good luck. We'll talk to you again next week.
The Bundoran Weekly is a production of Discover Bundoran.
The Bundoran Weekly is brought to you by AIB, supporting local businesses in Bundoran. For more, see aib.ie.